Dr. Lisa here, the podcasting beast from the East, with the Professor John Gotti, the King, G, the Troll Master, the Data Analyzer Ninja. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Conqueror, the Terminator, Professor Omega, the Cleaner.
I'm just a humble wise man.
The humble wise man.
And an advocate.
He's just a wise man.
For your reigning, defending, undisputed podcasting champion, and dare I say, the reigning, defending podcasting champion of the world. Our tribal chief, the Sultan of Squad, my friend and yours, the liberator, the Pied Piper of podcasting, the sanitizer, Zach Lease. How you doing, man? It's Friday.
Hey, it's Friday night. It's Saturday, Sunday. Oh, we made it, man. We made it. But we got news, brother. They got to jump right into it. The NBA has informed teams that they will no longer.
Yep.
They will be stopping. They will be ceasing.
Yep.
It will no longer be continued.
What?
Daily COVID testing for players and coaches.
What?
The bleep is going on, Johnny.
What?
What the bleep is going on?
It is. I don't know.
Well, Shams gives us more clarification here. He says players who remain unvaccinated or eligible for booster will remain under daily surveillance and game testing through February 17th. So I assume
they're going to cease all testing activities after February 17th, basically. Now, this is, so everyone else to understand that we just went through a 3-week stretch of 10-day players getting signed.
Yeah.
And multitude of players being placed on the COVID restriction list.
But also, I mean, this is also hurting the G League as well, as we well know, because most of those 10-day players are coming up from the G League.
Yep.
But it just, I think it just goes to show that the NBA needs to expand in more ways. One, we might have to go into what the baseball would call a farm system. Wouldn't that be interesting? A basketball farm system.
The G League was supposed to be their farm system.
No,
I mean, was supposed to be.
I don't know. I think the G League has been. I think it's failed personally. I don't think they're getting the proper training. They're not getting the proper exposure because most of the time, you think about it, it's pretty much like being in an open gym, just with league affiliates. They need more exposure. They need to be on TV more. They need to be. I just think it needs to be more.
Need to be covered more.
I think it just needs to be more because guys are coming up. They're still not, there. I mean, you're not.
Well, not only that, but they're bringing guys up just to fill a seat on the bench, and not so much as they're calling a guy up to get some burn.
And I think that's why. What's the name? Matthews, the Bucks. Wow. I got Bucks on the brain.
Yep.
Matthews from the Rockets, who got the extension. Not Matthews. Oh, my God. I think of that guy's name. They're calling him Gary Bird. Forget it. It doesn't matter. But he came from the G League. And
Doc, you just proved your point right there.
Exactly. And he's actually a starter. He's not a starter, but he's like a 6th, 7th man on the bench. But he actually plays. He actually got an extension. That's why we got rid of what's that guy that was kissing in the hotel? Oh my God, I'm forgetting all the Rockets today, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, COVID's definitely been rearing its head. But the NBA said we're not even going to deal with it anymore. We're just going to go ahead.
They're not going to deal with it anymore. They're going to pretend, everything's going to be fine.
So I mean, that begs the question.
Which is apropos because we literally just got finished seeing a tweet about the Nets being optimistic that Kyrie will turn back full time, and literally hours later.
Yeah. But I mean, maybe again, if I'm Kyrie, I'm still like, you didn't want me to play before. I'm not going to play now. I mean, I would take that into high consideration. Is that maybe he likes the fact that he's only going to be playing part time. You know what I mean? And other players, I'm pretty sure if they knew that they can go from, you know, being a full-time basketball player to a part-time basketball player just by not getting the COVID vaccine. I mean,
but again, that also depends on what cities.
well, it depends. Well, no, it depends on what cities they're going to. But I mean, based on the way they were saying, it was like he wasn't going to be allowed in many places. So he was just actually no, he was just going to be allowed on the road,
Yes.
which is half your games.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I'm interested to see how this impacts the rest of the season. Maybe we'll have more bubble in the playoffs because it seems like that's what they maybe trying to go to. They're trying to give a reason, give not only the fans but also give the sponsors a reason to go back to the bubble by, as Vince McMahon called it, injecting a little bit of poison. So we'll see what happens. But on another front, the Atlanta Hawks trade for former first-round pick Cam Reddish to the New York Knicks for Kevin Knox and a protected first-round pick. I broke the news to John Gotti, and that first-round pick is via Charlotte also, by the way. I broke this news to John Gotti yesterday. What was your original or initial thoughts, sir?
I said it was pretty good.
Pretty good trade.
I said it was pretty good trade.
Pretty dang good trade. But the Knicks also get Solomon Hill, who's a pretty good three-point shooter. I mean, so that's a pretty good get. Kevin Knox obviously just didn't fit with the Knicks. He had some run in the beginning stages, but
even still, and I had high hopes. He was someone who was a pretty good two-way player. It just didn't fit. And I feel bad for him because he barely played. He barely had any minutes. And if he isn't, it's either during a blowout, either way.
Yeah.
Or, he showed a lot of signs in the summer league.
He did.
But outside of that, I mean, he really hasn't done anything. And I, was like, well, if we're going to try to, make any progressions forward, whether it's draft picks or whatnot, he's going to be the person that we're going to end up trading first.
Yeah, and that stinks. I mean, because he's a career 35% shooter. I mean, he a 3-point shooter. I mean, his rookie year, he's averaging almost 13.
He doesn't take that many shots though. So
that's true. I mean,
you really can't. You have to take that 35% with a grain of salt.
I mean, I'm gonna take it with a lot of grain of salt. I'm gonna actually salt bay that actually, because I mean, he had a chance. Obviously, his rookie year probably played the most.
Yes.
He actually started some games. I mean, 13 points a game, almost 5 rebounds. I mean, looked like he had promise. I forget what happened. Was there a regime change right here? When did Tibbs come in?
Yeah, it was regime change.
That's where it is. That's what happened. So he just doesn't fit in what.
But Tibbs came in last season.
He's only been here this is his second year?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is his third year, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know. Who was there before?
Fizdale.
Oh, yeah. He definitely didn't like Kevin Knox. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, Kevin Knox, probably one of the only Kentucky players that I could think of that hasn't gotten his chance to shine. I'm surprised that the Miami Heat didn't pick him up. I know Pat Riley loves Kentucky players. But Cam Reddish, I'm a Duke fan, so I know that, him pairing back with R.J. Barrett is going to be exciting. Cam Reddish is a great prospect, somebody that can really get it done on both ends of the floor. Right now, he's averaging almost 12 points a game. He's also shooting 37, dang near 38% from the three-point line and 40% from the field. I think the Knicks are getting a really, really great forward, 6'8", 217 pounds, again, from Duke, the number 10 pick of the 2019 draft. Honestly, I thought that the Hawks would play him and Hunter together. I think him, Hunter, and Collins, that would have been a crazy defensive juggernaut of a lineup. Big lineup that can space the floor and, back down, shoot the works. especially when they drafted Hunter out of Villanova, but just didn't have out of Virginia, excuse me, but
Virginia.
just didn't happen. So the Knicks get Cam Reddish to pair with R.J. Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, Quigley, all those guys. So this could.
I mean, and right there, that's a great, good young core
nucleus, yeah.
to build up.
But I feel like this is not over. We'll have to wait and see what the Knicks do now that they've brought in Cam Reddish. Do they need to move on? I know they were trying to, get rid of a few people, or at least one person in particular.
Of course,
that would be Kemba. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But that is your basketball news for today. Let us move on to the football.
We actually had two stories.
I know. But we got NFL news, wild card weekend.
No. Before we get to that, we have the bigger news.
Oh, yes, the bigger news.
As the Houston Texans fire head coach David Culley after one season. Doc, 1 season coming into a bad situation, having to follow up Bill O'Brien's opus? Call it an opus? I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts about the firing? Did you feel like it was unwarranted? Do you feel like that they have a coach that they have in mind already that they want to bring in?
They want a Patriot. It's no question.
They had a Patriot.
They're going to get a new Patriot.
Okay. I was like, they had a Patriot.
You've seen what he did. They want a new one. He was broken. They want a new one. But I knew that Culley shouldn't have taken this job. But it's like when you get an opportunity to become a head coach, you don't pass up on it. He's 66 years old. This is his first head coaching opportunity. You can't pass up on that opportunity. Mm-hmm. And I think he did a really, really good job coaching this team
through just dealing with the muck that is the succubus of Houston.
Bill O'Brien didn't do him any favors by, trading one of the best wide receivers in the game.
And one of the best D linemen in the game too.
Yeah, it's just no good. But I don't know. But what I do know is that, I knew that this job wasn't going to be easy, which is why I think last season when they were doing this candidate search, everybody kept talking about, Eric Bieniemy and some of the new head coaches that had never been coaches before. I was like, man, this is not the job that I would take. Give this to someone who's a veteran head coach that will have an opportunity to turn the team around, that'll have, 4 or 5 years to turn the team around. And I think that's what the Texans are going to do. I'll have to wait and see. So I think this might have a trickle-down effect where the Raiders may hold on to Bisaccio. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I just had a thought.
Oh, God. Was it Doc Anthony? And the penalty from Doc?
What if the Texans fired Culley because they want Joe Judge?
That would be hilarious.
Oh, my God. I just got a headache.
I didn't even get a headache.
I got a headache.
Because you know why? Because the Texans deserve all the mess that they put themselves through.
Oh, God.
Because their ownership stinks.
They want Joe Judge.
Their front office stinks.
Think about it, though. Think about the timing. They didn't fire their coach. Because think about it. If they wanted Flores, they would have fired him on the same day that Flores got fired. But they fired him closer to when Joe Judge got fired than when they.
So you think they had the inside scoop? Was like, we like that Joe Judge guy.
He's like Bill O'Brien 2.0. When you really think about it, the way he just looks like Bill O'Brien. Just looking at him. But that's a rough one. But they wished Culley the best of luck. Culley was still earning $22 million for his 1 season. Yikes. I don't know. Wait, let me see. Dang, they still owe. They owe a lot of money, man.
Yeah. Did I not just say that their front office
is this saying they're still paying Bill O'Brien? Or?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Did I not say that they're still that their front office thing? I wasn't.
That's a lot of money.
I wasn't just saying
so
that just to say it.
So this hire is going to be a big one.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. But, Culley said he loved every minute of it. He respected the guys for fighting hard for him. I mean, he had to win with General Mills and, the backup QB whisperer, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. And that's Tyrod, by the way.
Of course.
Okay. I just want to make sure we were on the same page. But, Johnny, now that Culley's out,
we can get into some predictions.
Yeah, let's get to some predictions, man.
Wild card weekend.
Saturday.
Sunday. Saturday and Sunday.
There you go, Saturday. Let's start with Saturday. That's the day.
Yep.
January 15th. We got the Raiders. We got the Bengals. Johnny, who do you got?
Doc, I like Captain Finn Oakley. I shook his hand that one time. You enjoyed watching that video too. But, Doc, it's Kitty goes meow.
You're going with the Bengals.
I'm going with the Bengals.
How's Joe Burrow doing? We don't even know. We don't know how Joe Burrow's doing.
I think he's going to be ready to go. I think he's going to be fine. And they still have Joe Mixon too.
My gut is telling me to go with the Raiders.
Okay, I like it.
Oh, God.
Doc, in the nightcap game on Saturday, we got the Patriots. We got the Buffalo Bills. Doc, who you got? This is the grudge match.
It is. Well, Mac Jones just, posted on Instagram that, he goes over plays in the backyard with his wife or his girlfriend. And I got to believe that guy's going to be ready for the Bills. But I did hear it's going to be 0 degrees, sir, on Saturday in Buffalo. I know the Bills are going to try to run Josh Allen all over the place. I'm going to go with the Patriots. 2 away teams winning on Saturday.
I have been singing praises of Josh Allen. You know this?
Yeah.
And I've always been critical of the Bills.
Oh, yeah.
And you know this.
Oh, yeah.
But that being said, Doc, I am going with the AFC East New England Patriots as well.
Yep. So I'm going both away
because
teams.
I cannot trust the Bills defense right now.
I'm going both away teams. I know it's going to be a different game. I know it's going to be – we're not going to see 45 runs again, but
no.
We'll have to wait and see. But, Johnny, we got –
Bills prove me wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny, we got the Philadelphia Eagles this time going to Tampa. Last time they were in Philadelphia, the Bucs got the win. But this time the Eagles are going to Tampa, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have kind of dominated at home. They haven't been too bad at home. Johnny, what do you got?
I mean, we got Jalen Hurts. They're running the ball really well. One of the best run teams in the league. They have some ball hawks out there in the secondary. They're going to try to make Tom Brady's life a living heck. But, Doc, it's Tom Brady. It's the playoffs. They're at home. You still got that front seven. I'm going with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bucs as well. I think that people coming back from injury, JPP hasn't had to play in like 3 or 4 weeks. Shaq Barrett also.
Yep.
So they're well rested. Playoff Lenny is about to be activated.
Lenny.
We just signed John Brown,
which is a huge deep threat.
Big player. If he plays, if he can pick things up, that'll be good. Which he played with Bruce Arians in Arizona, so
he did.
I think he might be all right. So I'm gonna go with the Bucs.
Doc, our afternoon game with historical implications. We have seen all about it all week, and they're going to cover it so hard on Saturday in the pregame show. Yeah. We have the 49ers. We have the Cowboys. Doc, who do you got?
I'm going to go with them boys. I feel like I feel like the defense is going to show up for the Cowboys in a big way. Jimmy G, not really great under pressure, and that's what the Cowboys are going to bring. They're hungry. They want some more. They want some more. They want some more.
I respect that decision. But I'm going with the Niners.
You think Jimmy G can do it, Debo?
It's Debo. Who? Debo.
What about Mr. Diggs?
You mean the person who leads the NFL in interceptions as well as lead the NFL in yards giving up?
That's if no biscuit, no risk.
That's not no risk it, no biscuit. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And big shout outs to the Biscuit Bar for providing Doc with an excellent breakfast, by the way. And no, this is not an ad, but Doc enjoyed that food.
It was. But Johnny, the late night game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. The last time we saw this game, Big Ben had his head down in the bench. But they said that the last time they played in the playoffs, the Steelers got the W. However, I believe the Chiefs should get this done and go home and rest.
Steelers gone soup.
Oh, no.
Steelers gone soup. This is the trap game.
It is.
It's a trap game because everyone's been basically calling this the eulogy of Big Ben's career.
Bye, Ben.
As they're saying, bye, Ben. Vegas has the Chiefs winning by more than 2 touchdowns. You know how I feel about that kind of spread?
I mean, the only thing that the Chiefs have to really worry about...
Wait. And that all being said, I am going with the Chiefs.
Yeah. Now I hear that. The Chiefs have to worry about, obviously, T.J. Watt.
Of course.
The Pittsburgh defense, outside of what... Who was it? The Lions? No, not the Lions. The Browns. Mm-hmm. That one game where he ran all over them. That was an anomaly. I don't know what that was. But the Steelers are hot. I still don't believe in their weapons. Chase Claypool is just okay. Juju might be coming back off of injured reserve. So that's possible. I don't really like him, but he's not a number one in my opinion. But
they call him a number one.
It's a terrible idea. So
we'll have to wait and see. And also the Chiefs are getting Clyde Edwards-Helaire back too.
So that could be a big thing. But I got the Chiefs winning this game. And then we'll come back for the Monday night, of course.
Of course.
But Johnny, I know that people heard this podcast on their favorite podcast platform.
Yeah.
But if they didn't, they can always go to www.hardtimes.com. www.debateamongstfriends.com to review this episode as well as all the previous. Be sure to tune in tomorrow.
Monday.
Be sure to tune in Monday as we go over these games, as well as give you our preview for the Monday night game, as well as give you the news, the analysis, and the reads.
Rockets gone finals.